What's up, guys? Derek here. We're back reacting to another episode of Titans Season 2. This is Season 2, Episode 2. Last time, on the opener, first episode of the season, the first half was kind of dedicated to finishing out the Trigon arc in that battle. And that was alright. I mean, I think they were trying to kind of get past that as quick as they could, so that they could really get into the meat and potatoes of what Season 2 is going to be. And then the second half of the episode was kind of a setup for what Season 2 is going to be. And you could tell they mashed the two episodes together, and it didn't quite work as effectively as I think they wanted it to. But it was still decent. I fully expect the rest of this season to be way better. I loved Season 1. I think it had its issues here and there, but overall I really enjoyed it, and I think I'm really gonna enjoy Season 2, because I feel like the tone will be more akin to what like the Teen Titans cartoon was. I mean, I don't think it'll be nearly that campy and goofy and stuff, but I think it'll be slightly more along those lines, so to speak. So, heading into episode 2, they are in Titan's Tower now. They're all kind of coming together. I don't know what's going to happen next. But I guess we'll see. If you want to see the full length of this reaction, head over to my Patreon at patreon.com/armchairreactions. Sign up, support me in any way you can. You could get the full length reaction. You can also get like a week or more ahead on shows that I will be starting in the future, like 13 Reasons Why Season 3, or Mindhunter Season 2, or Jack Ryan Season 2. You'll be able to get episodes of those shows before they come out on YouTube. So, without further ado, let's jump into this episode.
When I get the word, come at me. And don't hold back.
Don't hold back. It's pretty good.
You fuck, man. You said don't hold back. What are you doing? I was fucking blindfolded. You said don't hold back.
It's in battle. Anything can be taken from you. Your hands? Your feet? And your eyes. No matter what it's taken, you must be able to keep fighting. And win. They need your leadership, Jason. You need to set the tone. I'm not Robin anymore. You are.
Hey, wait. If I'm Robin,
It's true.
who are you?
Nightwing, baby!
It's a good question.
Just claim Nightwing already. They danced around it so much in the first season. Just be Nightwing. Someone escaping prison right now? I don't know who that is. I feel like I should know who this guy is. Ooh. What up, Starfire? How you doing?
No one likes jellies. Maybe not on Tamarind, but humans love jellies. It's kind of why we invented them. Oh, so now you're human. Guys, I'm half human. That half really likes jellies. Did I miss anything? Let's find a shimmer. I don't know, maybe she's not gonna show. She'll show. I don't know, I'm starting to think that Roy Harper's intel was wrong.
Roy Harper. What's going down? Is that a dream? I doubt it was a dream. I wonder if this will be like in the show, like the cartoon, where her dad like randomly tries to influence her from beyond.
Are you worried that he's gonna think you're a failure?
I'm worried he's gonna think he's a failure.
Is that Slade already coming to attack? Ooh, she's good. Of course Jason likes her because she's beating up cops. I don't know who it is.
So this all fits the legal.
Some fairly obvious wire work there, but that's okay. Ooh, she's gonna go beat up his friends so that that kid can't get dragged back into the drug life. I knew it.
You better have someone come down and arrest us. Thank you for your time.
Thank you for your time.
Oh, I see. So you were doing me a favor sneaking out behind my back like that.
Maybe I was.
Bullshit, Dawn.
Come on.
You were in a coma for a month. You got to sleep through it, but I didn't. I had to sit by your side wondering if you were gonna die every fucking day. Being Hawk and Dove
He's got a point.
was dangerous for both of us. I stopped. But if you can't, we're done.
Alice?
Hey, you okay?
What's wrong with him?
Is he like a bomb?
No, we gotta go.
What the heck? Okay, he was a bomb. Did they... Was that guy at the beginning someone that they put away?
Hank, we got trouble. Dawn and I just got a visit from Dr. Light.
You can't keep me here against my will. It's kidnapping.
Call it a precaution. I saw what you could do out there on the street. You look like you might need some help. You got a name?
Like you haven't gone through my stuff.
I haven't. Look, there are a lot of ways I could find out who you are. But I'd rather you just tell me.
The less you people know, the better.
You don't need to worry about us. We can take care of ourselves.
He'll kill you and everyone else in this place just to get to me.
Who? Who's he?
Slade?
The more you know, the more trouble it makes for all of us. Now,
I'm guessing Slade.
Well, it is your lucky day. Look who just showed.
She actually shimmers. Huh. I'll go high. I'll go low.
Oof.
Really? Can resist.
That was quick.
Okay, here's what I have to know. Would you do it again? Take me in. Devote all that time and trouble for someone that just wants to leave.
Yeah. He would.
I would do everything exactly the same.
She took some scissors.
Hello, Miss Coriander.
This was in the trailer, I think.
Surprises, didn't it?
I should have said more.
Sorry about that, Your Highness.
Is she the princess? I can't remember if they revealed that last season or not. I think they did.
Corey.
Each of those kids has something special, just like you. But they've learned that being special and alone doesn't work. I'm teaching them to have each other's back. I can teach you too. That's it. I'm done. Sales pitch over.
It's a pretty short and effective sales pitch, I think.
Will you at least give me your name?
Rose.
Nice to meet you, Rose.
Rose Wilson? His Jeep got blown up.
What was that?
Dr. Light, or whatever.
Rose Wilson.
I knew it.
And that's her dad, Slade Wilson.
Oh, frick. Actually, wow. They just straight confirmed it.
What? Deathstroke.
Dang. Okay, so they straight up just confirmed that she's Slade Wilson's daughter. I feel like in a normal situation, they would draw that out over the course of the whole season. I feel like that would be a thing that would be pretty typical in TV shows, of just being like, oh, her name's Rose. And then maybe 5-6 episodes in, they'd be like, oh, Rose Wilson, Slade's daughter. That would be like some drama aspect that they all kind of have to deal with. But this, they just were like, yeah, Slade Wilson's daughter. That's who it is. That's interesting. Oh, man. I wonder how Dick is going to respond to that, like deal with that. Because I think, judging from trailers and things that I've heard, I think Deathstroke killed some of the Titans way back when. I don't know which ones. So that'll be... I wonder if they'll be like who don't want to deal with this girl at all type situation, or if Dick will kind of use that as like a personal almost vendetta against Deathstroke of like, hey, look, we got your daughter on our team. Who knows? That's very interesting. Yeah. I liked this episode a lot more than the first episode. The first episode felt just like weirdly paced, and like it felt like two different shows because it essentially was two different shows. This is definitely more of a lighthearted show while still being in it, like it's still in a gritty, realistic kind of scenario universe, but it's like they allow for a lot more moments of levity and humor and stuff, and all the characters seem to like each other more. I feel like a lot of last season everyone was just like not a fan of each other. I like Rachel's character more, although she might have gotten worse at acting. I don't know. Maybe it was just those lines. She'll be fine. She's a fine actress. Jason wants to go back to Gotham, but Bruce is making Dick kind of mature him a bit. Like he's learning. I think Dick is putting him in a position where he is not in charge of the other Titans, but like he said in the show, they look up to him. And I think Dick putting him in that position, Jason is going to realize, like, he'll be able to see from an outside perspective, like, what immaturity looks like within the other two people in the group, and then he will in turn act more mature. And I think then when he eventually does go back to Gotham, he'll be a better Robin for it, until he's brutally beaten to death by the Joker and then comes back years later as the Red Hood. But we'll see. I think he'd be a really good Red Hood too. Like, he's got the anger and the cockiness and the ability to do it. Don and Hank, I couldn't tell exactly what they were doing on that ranch, or I mean, I guess I could tell what they were doing. He was providing an outlet for like recovering drug addicts, to channel their pain or their experience into something more positive, like horse riding and stuff like that. I don't know how how they bought this giant ranch, but I guess it doesn't matter anymore because it's blown up. So yeah, I mean, I'm guessing Dr. Light was someone that the Titans put away back when, so he went after them now that he's out, first attacking Hank and Don with blowing that kid up, which is sad. That sucks. And then somehow getting a bomb into Dick's Jeep, which R.I.P. Jeep. I like that Jeep. I want it. Dick's gonna have to get a new car though. Just call up Bruce and be like, yo, I need a new fancy car. Or a jet. Get him a jet. That'd be sick. Yeah. And then Jason and Gar, just they couldn't leave well enough alone. They had to figure out who this chick was. Turns out, Slade Wilson's daughter. I was calling it. I knew it. I was like, I just didn't think they would reveal it right away. In like essentially, this is the first episode of the season. I'm kind of treating it that way. They revealed it early. I wonder where does her... I don't know much about her in terms of, like, comic lore or anything like that, so I wonder where her healing ability comes from. I'll be interested to learn more about that. And then, what else happened that I haven't talked about? Donna and Starfire... I don't know if they're like partners or if they're just like hanging out. Like, are they doing like freelance stuff for the cops, or are they like actually working for the police? Like, because I know in the dream sequence, Starfire was a cop. So, is she... like, did she join the police force now? I don't know. That's weird. But they took down Shimmer. And it took like all 7 seconds to kick the crap out of her. They started ramping up the music like it was going to be this cool fight scene, and then they just took her out right away. I think she'll play in a little more later into the season. She had a cool effect going on with the actual shimmering, and then it looked like she hardened like a piece of paper and threw it at them. So that's interesting. And then some little tidbits. Starfire got taken by, I'm guessing it's like a royal guard or something, or someone who works for the royal family, wherever she's from, because she's a princess. And she was then taken. I think he's going to try and take her back to her homeworld, but she's like not about that life. Because she had a line about she likes being somewhere where people are still trying to figure themselves out. I'm guessing that might be why she left in the first place. I mean, other than to find Raven, I'm guessing part of the reason she left is because this like royal family structure, they've already got everything figured out in terms of like who you're supposed to be, and she doesn't want that. And she's still figuring herself out, so she's enjoying being somewhere that also they're still figuring everything out. What else? Oh, the little tidbits of Roy Harper. I don't know if they cast him as like an actual person. But he was referenced on the phone, and that's where they got their intel from. And then they referenced Aqualad as a previous member of the Titans, because he was talking about sidekicks and how Aqualad was a part of it. If I'm gonna guess, because you haven't seen anything from him, I think like we've seen all the members of who the Titans used to be in the present day, but we haven't seen anything from him. So if I had to guess, I would say that's who Slade killed. Murdered Aqualad somehow, and then went into retirement, maybe? Who knows? I know from the trailer that at some point, Superboy will come into play, and Crypto, the super dog, I believe, will come into play. I'll be interested to see, how they come into things, and you know, what's going on with that team. But yeah, this was overall, I'd say this is much better second episode than the first episode of the season. I enjoyed this one a lot more. The first episode of the season, I would give it a 5 out of 10. This one, I'd give it an 8 out of 10. This is way better, in my opinion, and gets me a lot more excited for the rest of the season than the first episode did. I believe I said in my last video that I believed this show would get better, and I hoped that it would, and I think that was true in this episode. It was a lot better. So, yeah, make sure to check out my reaction to episode 1. I'll put that in the description. If you want to see the full-length reaction for this episode, head over to Patreon, and you can sign up there. But other than that, I will see you next week for episode 3. This has been Derek, signing off. Peace.